Throw. Last week we got to the game just in time to see Sue hit a 2-run home run. On the mound for PJs is Karen Trombley. Behind the plate, Kelly Rabidou. Sue hits it up to second baseman, knocks it down. Looks like she'll be on. We'll have to call that an error. This will bring up Marianne Castine, the right fielder. It's a chopper to the shortstop. Off her arm. And we'll call that an error also. So 2 errors in the first inning, puts 2 runners on base. And the batter now, Joelle King. King, the shortstop. Strong hitter. Line shot up the middle. This could score. Desero goes through the middle to score at least 1. Castine will be held up at third. And Joelle King singles, reaches second on the error. Ball's kicked around out there in the outfield, but Desero scores. This brings up Debbie Cody, the first baseman.
What's your pitch, Debbie?
Runners in scoring position here. 2 runners in scoring position. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Cody swings, hits it up the middle. Shortstop, gonna go to first. King going to third. She's going to be in there. Overruns the bag, and she's back in time. So Cody is out, but she drives in a run. Scores now 2-0. Top of the first inning, Barb Castine, the batter. Handling our camera tonight. Coming out of retirement, Scott Taylor. Chopper to the shortstop. Plenty of time over to first. That's going to do it. So after 1 half inning of play, Ubald Sunoco 2, PJs coming to bat. They're on. Okay, we're in the bottom half of the first inning. Leadoff batter for PJs is Lori LaFountain. LaFountain, the first baseman. On the mound for Ubald, Barb Castine. Behind the plate, Kate Delisle.
There it is.
LaFountain hits a shot up the middle. Out goes a base hit. And PJs is an Altona team. They play their home games here in Moores, though. At least the PJ's Tavern is in Moores. I'm not sure where most of these players are from. There's like a stolen base coming up here. And LaFountain's in at second with a single, now a stolen base. Nancy Young's at the bat. Swings, hits a comebacker to the mound. Castine over to first for 1. That'll advance the runner. That'll bring up the left center fielder, TJ DeCoste. Pitch is deep. Another one is deep. Ball 2. Way short. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom half of the first inning. Ubald leading PJs 2-0. Hits the front of the plate for a strike. Looks good. The chopper to first base. Cody knocked it down, but there was no play on it. This will bring up the cleanup hitter as LaFountain scores to make it 2-1. Cleanup hitter Tammy Burnell coming to the plate. She's the third baseman. Looks like she's digging herself a hole up there.
When I get there, right?
Stolen base coming up. A double steal here as oops, looks like she's going to go all the way around. Going all the way around. You don't see that in the big leagues. Several times in tonight's game you're going to see us doing some slow motion replays. We're just experimenting with this, see how it turns out. It's a field goal attempt here by Katie Delisle. As I said, this is just an experiment. We wanted to see how it looks. We may do this again in the future, or we may not. We're just taking a look at it and trying to get better at all this. So it started out to be a steal of second base, turned into a run as Ubald threw the ball around. So a single's as good as a run in this game, I guess. Pitch from Castine to Burnell. Hit to left field. Desero coming in. Makes a play and there's 2 outs. This will bring up Karen Trombley, the pitcher.
Drive one. Come on, Barb.
Ubald is playing with just 3 infielders. Ball hit deep over Hemmeline's head. That comes over to cut it off. Throw into Morrison, and Trombley retreats to first base with a single. So Ubald is playing without a third baseman. They have only 9 players, and the coach apparently decided to go with 4 outfielders. Batter now, Phyllis Walker. Looks at a strike. Swing lines up the middle. Off the glove of Morrison. Hammerline comes up with it and throws it into second base. There's going to be a play at home. Whoa. Kate Delisle did a nice job of hanging on to that one. We'll take another look at it as soon as we back the tape up here. There's a play at second, and here's a throw home from King. Could have been Kate Delisle did a nice job. Could have been a good collision there, but luckily everybody came out of it all right. Nice play.
Yeah, got that.
Kind of proud of herself. So after 1 full inning, the score is 2-2. Okay, in the top half of the second inning, leading off will be Kate Hammerline, to be followed by Cindy Morrison and Kate Delisle. Hammerline hits a chopper to shortstop. Bobbles it, but sticks with it and throws her out. So Hammerline is out 6-3. This brings up the second baseman, Morrison.
I don't think she's playing.
Morrison hits it down third baseline. Foul. 2 strikes on her. This game was played Monday night. Hit to left field, short left field. That'll be 2 outs. This will bring up Kate Delisle. Katie Delisle. She did that nice play hanging on to that throw from Morrison. Line shot. Oh, nice grab by the third baseman, Tammy Burnell. That ball had base hit written all over it. A nice grab there by Tammy Burnell. Robbed Delisle of a base hit. So now, after an inning and a half, the score remains 2-2.
Come on, Barb.
And we switched positions here. We just wandered over here to the third base side. That bat is Ann Jarvis, the left fielder. Three ball count. Pitch from Castine, swung on, hit to left field, foul. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The first batter in the bottom of the second inning. On the mound for Ubald is Barb Castine, behind the plate, Katie Delisle. At bat, Ann Jarvis. Four balls. This will bring up Donna LaValle, the second baseman. Jarvis is off for a steal, and she's going to be in there. But this time they didn't go all the way around. We have a left-handed third baseman. A left-handed catcher. Left-handed catchers are rare. And compounding all this, there's no third baseman, so Jarvis now has stolen third base. Nobody out. Donna LaValle at bat. She walks. This will bring up Kelly Rabideau, the catcher. And with runners on the corners, Ubald has decided to let LaValle have second base should she decide to steal. And there she goes, and it's uncontested. The runner on third can steal home only if there's a play on her or a play on another player. So if they try to get the runner going to second, Jarvis would have probably scored. So Rabideau is the batter. Runners on second and third now. Nobody out. Score's tied 2-2. Little roller. There's going to be trouble here. Jarvis scores. Jarvis scores, and Rabideau reaches on a fielder's choice. This will bring up Lola Misek, the right fielder. Nobody out. PJ's now leading 3-2. Pitch is inside. And we have another uncontested steal here as Rabideau wanders down to second base. I believe when a batter advances like that and it's uncontested, it's ruled in the scorebook as a fielder's choice and not as a stolen base. This is unusual. The catcher is fixing the mat and the plate. Normally the umpire does that. Two balls, two strikes, nobody out. Lola Misek at bat. Pitch looks good. Hits to the right side of the field. Morrison coming up with it over to first. They got her. That scores another run. LaValle scores and Rabideau advances to third. And there's one out. Scores now 4-2. Lori LaFountain, the first baseman. She singled and scored in the first inning. Starting to get dark early here. It's only 5:07. It's starting to get dark out. LaFountain swings and kicks it. A little foul tip. Two strikes. There's a chopper back to the mound. Didn't watch the runner. She's not watching the runner. If she'd glanced at that runner, she might have had her. But the runner scores, and LaFountain is erased on a 1-3 play. And this will bring up Nancy Young, the right center fielder. Scores 5-2. Young hit it back to the mound the first time up. Ball one call. Hit to second base, Morrison under it. That'll be the third out. We'll go to the third inning with the score: PJs Tavern 5, Ubald Sunoco 2. We're now in the bottom of the third inning, top of the third inning. At bat is Nicole Nutt, the leadoff hitter. She bounced back to the mound the first time up. Nutt pops it up toward us. Trying to hit us over here. I almost ended up grabbing the third baseman. Hit it over here again, Nicole. She did it. No play in that one. Full count on the batter. Pitch is swung on, lined up in there for a base hit. Base hit for Nicole Nutt. This will bring up her sister Sue Desero. Sue, one of the very few left-handed hitters. Desero reached on an error on a second baseman her first time up. He scored one of the two Ubald runs. Hit to the right fielder, should be caught. There's one down. Nicole tagging up. Throws off the first baseman's glove and out of play. She'll get the stop at second on that one. This will bring up Marianne Castine. She reached on an error on the shortstop her first time up. Also scored a run. Here's a hit to left field. Jarvis back, and makes a nice grab. Nice one-handed grab for the second out. This will bring up Joelle King. King had a two-run single her first time up. Excuse me, a one-run single. Line shot off the second baseman's glove. Nuts rounding third. She's going to try to score, and she's going to be in there. Little King gets another RBI. As she lines that off the second baseman's glove, we'll be kind and call that a base hit. This will bring up Debbie Cody, the first baseman. King's going to try to steal second. Here's the throw. She's in there. Score's now 5-3. Cody, line shot off the third baseman's glove. King must be sleeping out there. 2 outs. She didn't leave till the ball was in there. Well, Cody singled, but if King had been awake on that one, she might have had a chance to draw a throw and might have scored. Barb Castine hits a chopper to shortstop. Shortstop knocks it down. Short throw over to second base, and she has her. Might have had trouble on the throw to first on that one, but with a short throw, she has it for the third out. Our cameraman cut me off in the middle of the sentence there. I was about to say, after 2.5 innings, the score is 5-3. Now that I've said it, we'll go to the bottom half of the third inning. Leading off for PJs will be TJ DeCoste. DeCoste singled the first time up. She's the left center fielder. It's a line shot past the first baseman. She'll have a single on that one. And this will bring up Tammy Burnell, the third baseman. DeCoste, I believe, is the player that ran around the bases on a steal. She's going to steal here and go into second as the fire siren rings here in Mowers. Pitch to Burnell. Ball 2. Dancing off second base is DeCoste. Two balls, no strikes. Runner on second, nobody out. Burnell hits it. It's going to be in there in front of Desero. This will score DeCoste. Throw comes into second base. Score is now 6-3. Batter will be Karen Trombley, the pitcher. Trombley singled the first time up. Burnell had flown to left her last time. She hits to left, apparently, because she just singled to left. There's a stolen base attempt. Nice throw by Delisle. She finally got off a nice throw and nobody was stealing. Swung, hit down the first base side. It's a good thing we moved because that might have hit us. That's about where we were earlier. There's a steal attempt. Throw comes in and almost hits the. Oops! This could be a no. Careful on this throw, otherwise it could go all the way around. So Brunel comes into third on a steal of second. Nobody out with Karen Trombley at bat. It's a high one out there to Nutt and Hamline, both calling for it, and neither one of them gets it. Guess that calls for another slow motion replay. Unfortunately, we're a little out of focus here. However, I think you can tell why neither one of these women are in Los Angeles right now. They're not exactly what you'd call Olympic material. Luckily, nobody was injured on that one. So we'll call it a single. And she goes to second on the mix-up. Phyllis Walker is up. She singled her first time up and kept running around the bases out there. And was thrown out at the plate. There's a steal attempt at third. Oh. Time for another replay on that one. Another instance where there could have been an injury here. And Joelle King got knocked over backwards. The Olympic spirit, all the spectators are here wondering what the score in that little play would be, if it would be a 9-9 or a 10. It was very acrobatic. Walker is at bat. Nobody out. 2 runs in this inning. The score is now 7-3. Walker hits a hard shot up by the second baseman. Gets past the right fielder. She'll get it second, at least third on this. Here's the throw from Marianne Castine into Joelle King. Look out if she throws it. King has got an arm, and I don't want her to overthrow in our direction. This will bring up Ann Jarvis, who walked and scored in the second inning. Still nobody out here. 3 runs in this inning. Looks like a big inning here for PJs. PJs was heavily favored in this playoff. This is the first round of the Women's League playoff. 2 out of 3. The next game will be played on Wednesday, I believe. This is a Monday night game. Here's a chopper to King. And there'll be no advance. We have 1 out. Now Donna LaValle, the second baseman, coming to plate. We're experimenting again tonight with our microphones. Trying to come up with a combination that will allow us to tape these games without the wind interfering. And I've been informed by our astute cameraman that our battery is about to die on us. So we may be switching batteries in the middle of a batter here. The battery suddenly conks out. Pitch to the fountain, hit to third base side. King backhands it, long throw it home, and that's going to score a run. I want to stick with it till it goes. Okay, the batter now is Kelly Rabideau, the catcher.
Keeping track.
Here's another stolen base attempt. Third base is wide open with no regular third baseman in there. Joel King has to come running over to cover it. So it's a hard throw from the catcher and a hard play for King. Nice pop up there to King. There'll be no advance on her arm. There's 2 outs now. PJs have scored 4 times this half inning. Lola Misek the batter. And we're still going on a very weak battery here. We'll switch as soon as it dies or as soon as this half inning is over with. And there's an out as Misek pops up to Delisle. So after 3 full innings, the score is now 9-3. Here we go. We're switched batteries here. And we're now in the top of the 4th inning. Kate Hameline's at the plate, doing her windmill imitation. Full count from Kate Hameline. Our 9-3 ball game as Hameline hits it back to the first baseman and to the pitcher and doesn't even bother to run. Boy, if I were managing this team, she'd have some laps to do after the ball game. Cindy Morrison, the batter. Morrison chops it up to the shortstop. Shortstop takes a charity hop and throws it over to first. The shortstop is Phyllis Walker, and she's done an excellent job there at shortstop. 2 good shortstops in this ball game, King and Walker. This brings up Katie Delisle, the catcher. Looks at a strike. Looks at a second strike. She can't look at too many more of those. Swings at that one, hits a little soft shot to the pitcher. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning, the score remaining 9-3. Leading off the top of the 4th will be the leadoff hitter, first baseman Lori LaFountain. There's a shot line past King. Nutt will pick it up and throw it back in. That'll be a single, second single of the night for LaFountain. She's singled twice and grounded to the first baseman once. This will bring up Nancy Young. She's 0 for 2. She's hit back to the pitcher once, and on the second time up, she lined to the second baseman. Swings and misses. Delisle came up ready to throw. There's a nice shot. It could drop in there. It drops in front of Nutt. Our runners on first and second. This will bring up DeCoste, who's 2 for 2, scored twice. She's singled twice. Score's 9-3. Bottom of the fourth inning. Starting to get dark out here. Very hazy day today. This is Monday. Very hazy day, and it's a little overcast right now, and it's getting dark quick. DeCoste hits it back to the mound. Castine will come to third, and she gets the force out. King come over to cover third, and they get the leading runner. This will bring up Tammy Burnell, the cleanup hitter. She's 1 for 2.
Come on, Tammy, 1 out. I got a third baseman, okay? You got a big hole, Tammy.
He's going to talk like that. I'm not going to tape this.
Hey, what time is it on?
6 o'clock Saturday. Yeah. Burnell hits a high chopper, drifting foul. King come over, makes the catch. Nice play from King coming over from the shortstop position to make that play. 2 outs now. This brings up Karen Trombley. She's 2 for 2. She's singled twice. Trombley hits it to right behind the mound. Infielders are playing deep. Here's a throw to the plate. DeCoste hurries back to third. And Trombley, in the confusion, goes to second. This will bring up Phyllis Walker. So I guess we'll call that an infield hit for Trombley. This is Walker. She's singled twice. Thrown out the plate her first time up. She scored her last time up. Nice shot to the right side of the outfield. Oh my gosh, nice play that by Marianne Castine. Not sure if the camera caught that, but it was a nice play. So we'll go to the fifth inning now to score 10-3. There we go. Nicole Nutt is at bat. She's 1 for 2. She's singled and scored in the third. Bounced back to the pitcher her first time up. Looks at a strike.
Good eye, Nick, good eye.
It's not raining here yet at this field as Nicole Nutt draws a base on balls. Walk to first, and this will bring up Sue Desero.
Watch it, Sue, watch it, Sue.
Scores 10-3. This ball hits it deep. This could be a couple bases here. Chasing Nicole. Nicole is going to have to score on this one as Desero comes into third. Oh. Katie Delisle was trying to send her, and it's a good thing that Sue decided not to go. As we'll give her a triple on that one. This will bring up Marianne Castine with nobody out. Shot. Oh, nice pickup by the third baseman, but she's going to let Desero score. Nice pickup and a nice throw to first. Nice long throw. She has a good arm.
Okay, Joe. Real hit, kid, real hit.
The wind is starting to pick up a little bit. It is not raining here yet, but Starting to feel that way. Joel King is the batter as the wind picks up a little bit more. King is 2 for 2. Hits a high chopper, shortstop coming over. Walker made a nice play. Throw over to LaFountain, and there's only 2 outs here. 2 outs here, and PJs must be in a hurry. I guess they decided to go for the 3rd out. You can expect those things happening in the early part of the season, but by now they ought to know how many outs they get when it comes to the playoffs. The wind is starting to whip up. Don't know what that's doing to our microphone. We're trying to get away from that wind noise in the microphone, but it's awfully hard out here. No protection. At bat is Debbie Cody. She's 1 for 2. She's single in the 3rd. Hits it to Walker, and that's going to be an out. We'll go down to the bottom of the 5th. Score 10-5. At bat to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning is Ann Jarvis, the left fielder. She walked and scored in the 2nd inning, and in the 6th inning she flew out to the shortstop. Jarvis hits it over here toward us. They're determined they're going to get us. I don't think either one of us, Scott Taylor or I, would dare to stand here if this was a men's game, because a line shot might wipe us right out. Jarvis hits it to Desero in left field, and there's 1 out. So bring up Donna LaValle, the 2nd baseman. She walked and scored and reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. Hit to left field. Desero coming over. Scott Taylor chasing her with the camera. And he does a nice job of covering her, I hope. And there's 2 outs. Kelly Rabideau, the catcher, now coming to bat. That wind is starting to come, and we heard some thunder. So we may be heading for the hills momentarily, but we're going to stay here for now. With 2 outs in the 5th inning. Score 10-5. PJs over Ubald. There's a shot hit in front of the nut. She loses it. And Rabideau stays at first. This will bring up Lola Misek, the right fielder. She's 0 for 2. Rounded to 2nd base and flew out to left field. Wind really starting to whip up now. And Rabideau will go into 2nd base uncontested. But Delisle says she's not going to go to 3rd. One ball, no strikes. Misek at bat. Ball 2. Joel King playing shortstop and 3rd base. Both will lose a pound or 2 tonight. Covering a lot of ground. There's a strike. Pitch from Barb Castine is swung on, hit to straightaway center field. Marianne Castine under it for the out. And that'll take us to the 6th inning with the score remaining 10-5. At bat is Barb Castine, leading off the top of the 6th inning here. And our cameraman informs me we have a new pitcher in here. Castine hits it to Ann Jarvis in left field for the first out. Castine is 0 for 3. This will bring up Kate Hameline, who's 0 for 2. Hameline chops it to the pitcher. That's about the 4th time I said that the first baseman was the pitcher. No, the pitcher was the first baseman. And I'm moving out of sight here. I'm moving into my car at the moment. Trying to get out of the wind. Trying to keep the wind out of the microphone. People are staring at me kind of funny, but the game goes on as Cindy Morrison is at bat. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. The score is 10-5. Morrison lines it. Fair ball. At least I guess it's a fair ball. The umpire just stood there with his hands in back of him. I think he shouted fair ball. At least somebody did. This will bring up Katie Delisle. She's 0 for 2. So to first base, Morrison's back in time. Lyle flew out to the 3rd baseman her first time up, and last time up hit a slow pop-up to the pitcher. It looks like Morrison's going to advance to second on that ball. Score is 10-5. PJs has a new pitcher in there. I think that's Lola Misek. There's a little chopper in back of the shortstop. Nice play. Also have a new shortstop. LaValle, who had been playing second base, moved over to shortstop. So now to the bottom of the 6th inning with the score still 10-5. 6th inning here. Lori LaFountain is leading off. We're liable to have some substitutes here. See, there's a line shot back to Castine. She sticks with it for the out. LaFountain is 2 for 4 in the night. She is single twice. This brings up Nancy Young, who's 1 for 3 so far. The pitcher Karen Trombley and the shortstop Phyllis Walker have both left. I don't know if they play in the City League and have a game down there. Not quite sure why. There's a line shot by Nancy Young. She has her second single. This brings up TJ DeCoste, who's 2 for 3. She scored twice. Also reached on a fielder's choice. Little conference here. All kinds of strategy going on. Probably talking about the next sale at Ames or something. Okay, the pitch now to DeCoste. Throw from Delisle. Morrison comes over to the shortstop side of the bag to field it. So DeCoste has a runner in scoring position with 1 out here. Nice line shot. Fouled. And it's still thundering out there. I'm safely situated in my car here. Maybe Scott would turn around and show everybody where I am. Here I am, very safe behind the wheel, while he's out there risking his life in a thunderstorm. Hit out there right field. This will score 1 run, and DeCoste will stop at second. So that's now 11 to 5 here. This will bring up Tammy Burnell, the third baseman, with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Big hole. You better make sure it hits the ground. Short.
Lyle throws the ball to King, but DeCoste isn't going anywhere just yet. Burnell looks like she's serious about hitting that ball. Here's the throw, and DeCoste is in there with a stolen base. And it's time for an instant replay now. We'll see DeCoste making a nice job here of getting under the tag. And she hangs on to that base. A lot of players will overslide, but she didn't there. Scores 11 to 5, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 7-inning ball game. First round, first game of the Women's League playoffs as Burnell hits it deep to left field. Desro makes the catch, but DeCoste tags and scores. The scheduled batter was Karen Trombley, but we have a substitute in here, and we'll find out who it is. Who's the batter? Batter is Tina Legree. Trombley was 3 for 3 while she was in there. Have an appeal at third base here. Legree looks at a strike. It's a high pop-up to second baseman Morrison for the 3rd out. And we'll go now to the 7th inning with a score 12 to 5. Here we go. At bat here is Nicole Nutt. Kind of snuck in with us on us here. We were visiting with the third base coach, Katie Delisle. Nicole Nutt hits it. Nice grab. Burnell's a good ball player. And the replay coming up here. This is not exactly super slow motion, as you can see. On the replay coming up, you'll see how easy Burnell makes this play look. There's a nice hard shot right at her, and she made it look easy. Look, good ball player. Good ball player, Tammy Burnell at third base. This brings up Sue Desero. Desero reached on an error, flew out to right field and tripled the last time up.
Good eye, Deb, good eye.
Line shot to the second baseman. Not sure who the second baseman is, but handled that very nicely. So 2 outs, Marianne Castine. It's a little pop-up foul down the third base side. Score is, according to my book here, 12-5, unless I've added wrong. I've been known to do that. Two balls and 1 strike. There's a bouncer to Burnell. Sticks with it. And on a very close play at third base, Castine is safe. This will bring up Joelle King. So after we just got done praising Burnell, we'll have to give her an error on that one. She stuck with it and had a nice throw over there. Joelle King is 2 for 3. It's a bouncer to the right side of the infield. It's going to be there for a base hit. Castine's going to come into third base. Delisle should hold her. No, she's going to send her home. When your team is down by 7 runs, you don't usually send a batter on a close play like that, but it worked. And King stops at second base. This will bring up Debbie Cody. Cody's 1 for 3. It's a line shot to the right side of the infield. This should score King. Cody could have 2 on this one. Play's coming into second base, and Cody's standing up there with a double. So with 2 outs, Ubald's come up with 2 runs so far. This brings up Barb Castine, who's 0 for 3. Score is 12-7. We got a courtesy runner. Joelle King going in to run for Debbie Cody. Score is 12-7. They'll take a 5-run homer at the moment to tie it. Foul at the plate. Gets it back to the mound. First base, excuse me, pitcher throws it over to first base for the final out. And the ball game is going to end with the final score. PJs Tavern 12, Ubald Sunoco 7. This is the first game of a 3-game playoff. This is taped on Monday night. Next game was scheduled to be played on Wednesday, I believe. Now we've gone from the Moores Field to northeastern Clinton for a Tuesday night game, last game of the season between Barcomb's TV and Furniture and Beaumont Lanes. And while we're looking at these guys pause and pose here, we'll tell you that in the Wednesday night game between Ubald's and PJs won it, so they advanced to the next round of the playoffs. And in this game here coming up, Barcomb's versus Beaumont, Scott Taylor, our cameraman, was unable to be there, so I had to handle the camera work and attempt to do the play-by-play at the same time.